Welcome back, guys, to the Final Fantasy 13-2 post-game show, where today we take on the mighty Gilgamesh with a perfected strategy form originally revealed in kind of a Korean video that was out. The low-level party, people took this strategy and improved upon it with high-level monsters completely built up, all the nice infusions and all that, to make a sure win strategy that works really well for taking him down. So I'm going to talk to you about this strategy as we do the fight. Pretty much going to be an easy takedown. So first of all, just to tell you the monsters that we'll be using in this fight, we'll be using Chi-Chu, Cloudburst, and Goblin Chieftain, all properly built up with their nice abilities here. And the point for this is Chi-Chu has Armor Breaker, and he does a ridiculously insane amount of damage. He's kind of a broken commando as it is, for doing all our damage more or less. He is our damage dealer. Cloudburst and Goblin Chieftain. Cloudburst is just there for buffs for his Feral Link, and Goblin Chieftain is there to tank damage. It's the first fight in Final Fantasy 13-2 where you could say a Sentinel's needed, but also his Feral Link provides buffs to the party, and pretty much is what propels us to an easy victory. So let's get straight to the fight here.
You seek a trial.
Clash on the big bridge, Gilgamesh.
Your next opponent is a warrior, both fearless and fierce. He wanders the void in search of the ultimate arms of war. Rash is he and reckless, though emotional and mercurial. His single-minded, stubborn, stoicism is the stuff of legend. For centuries has this soldier roamed the beyond. Now, finally, his obsession for weapons has led him to this field of battle. Not man nor beast shall stand in the way of his unrelenting quest for vengeance. I give you the mighty Gilgamesh!
I've been waiting in this Colosseum for so very long now. I was starting to worry that you'd never download this part of the game, and I'd be stuck in digital limbo. See these weapons I picked up in the rift? This is the weapon. Bullet showers and rocket storms! Let it begin!
Now, for any fans of the series, you instantly know that Gilgamesh using guns is kind of an interesting thing in the first place. He's kind of trolling the party, so to say, here. It's a very odd thing for him to be using, let's put it that way. But this first phase is very much a kind of gimme phase. It's not the real fight by any extent. He has 1 million HP, no special things to notify or look at, apart from his rocket launcher attack, which can do a lot of damage very fast, as we may see coming up. But apart from that, it's just a simple DPS and down fight. So I hope you guys enjoy the music as we go along here, and I take him down. As Gilgamesh says, the true fight begins now, because I'll Libroscope him and show you exactly what he's got on him. As we go in for the first round of fighting here. He has 10 million HP, his vulnerability is a half, which make him very kind of hard to do damage to, which is why Chi-Chu's Armor Breaker is so valuable. His status immunities means we can get stuff like D-Protect and D-Shell on him, but not before stagger. His chain resistance is fairly high, but his stagger point is fairly low, so you can get him staggered quite easily. The main problem comes that at 5 million HP, he reaches a berserk mode where he hastes up and deals insane chain damage to your party, as well as doing like a Feral Link of his own. And he can take out your party in no time at all with various debuffs and the whatnot. So this strategy revolves around taking him down completely in the quickest fashion possible by completely bypassing even the last 5 million HP. Now to do that we need to get him to around a 5 million HP total the first stagger. So I'll show you guys how this goes with all the paradigm switching and the whatnot. Straight away we're going to switch to Mystic Tower. We're going to have a Sentinel tank in for this phase. We build up the chain gauge. Most importantly, this keeps the monster HP fairly high, which is a good thing. We want to have the monster HP as high as possible, so when Chi-Chu comes in, he does the most damage possible. We'll be switching to Smart Bomb now. Now, we want to get D-Protect, D-Shell, and Imperil already chained, ready for later on. You'll see what I mean by that. But we're back to Mystic Tower. We're just going to up the chain gauge slowly. Challenge all you want, sir. He's just going to Mediguard, and things are going to go our way. So when you get him near stagger, or when you're about to get him staggered, we're going to use the Feral Link. So this will buff our entire party with a nice section of buffs. And then it's all about just staggering him. Moving over to Smart Bomb. Now we want to use Repeat on our ability list, which will instantly stick all the abilities on that we want on him. We then use Cloudburst Feral Link to give us even more buffs. And move over to our Relentless Assault. So just get a little bit more on the chain gauge. Over to Cerberus. And now watch Chi-Chu roar. Watch Chi-Chu just deal damage like nothing. So we'll be wanting to use Paradigm Refreshes whenever we can. Now the problem actually comes, strangely enough, from the amount of damage you do. At a certain point in time, you want to stop dealing damage. So about 5 million HP, you can't go any lower than 4.5 million. At this point in time, you want to stop dealing damage whatsoever. We've already dealt over 5 million damage in that little spacing time. So as you can see, you can do this fight really, really fast. So just potion up, just let him come out of his vendetta and the whatnot. Let your guys heal up, use wound potions. You don't have to use any items at all in this fight. It's that simple, the strategy. Now he's out, his weapons come back. He gains 1 million HP back, but he won't hit into his Mega Mode, which is what we wanted to avoid. So now it's simply a case of building him up in the same way we did last time. So just build up his chain gauge ever so slowly over time. And this will also allow time for the Feral Links on the monsters that used it to regain, which is very important because we want to go another round the exact same we did before. But this is the kill round. This is where we go and finish him off. So just build up the chain gauge ever so slowly. You don't need to do any risky things like paradigm switching or anything. You can if you want to speed up the fight, but we're just going for the sure win strategy. And the more time given to monsters like Cloudburst to gain his Feral Link, the better. As you'll see here, after he does this, Feral Link should not be far off from filling for Cloudburst. Now it's simply a case of taking him down, and again using the Feral Links. So we're doing exactly the same thing again. Smart Bomb next. Repeat. Friendly Fire. All our debuffs are on. Relentless Assault. Build up the chain gauge a little bit more. And over to Cerberus. And here is where we go for the kill. All out to finish him off. If any debuffs land on Chi-Chu, we need to get him off ASAP with remedies or whatever removes pain and the whatnot. It might happen here, in fact. No, it will happen on Sarah. It's completely fine. Now we just take him down. Simple fight from here on out. And that is Gilgamesh 101, you could say. As you see, no problem at all. Chi-Chu taking him down. If you want, Feral Link as well. Get the extra synchronization gauge. And try to go for Gilgamesh's Monster Crystal. So that is how you farm him quite fast. That was only 4 minute 03 in that phase, but you can get it down to 3 minutes easily without all the explanation and all that. Didn't get Gilgamesh that time, but we can get him another time. It's no problem. As you see, it's an easy win strategy.
Impressive. All praise to the victors.
Indeed. So if you want to see the monsters that were used in this fight, Chi-Chu with that kind of passive ability list, Cloudburst with that one, Goblin Chieftain with that one. If you want to check them out, go look in the Game FAQ forum, BM Serious Fred. There are recipes and all that for all these monsters to make them in the most efficient fashion possible. In fact, this strategy was kind of devised by people on the Game FAQs forum, so thank you to them. The Party Paradigms list, if you want to check that out, was this. And that makes for a very, very easy Gilgamesh fight, as you see. There was no flare, no fill, no anything like that. Now, if you're wondering what happens if you take him down to 5 million HP, as I hope to show you some footage here, what happens is he enters a haste mode, and he'll start off using his Feral Link ability, which can do mass damage to anyone that isn't Sentinel. So this strategy is not built perfectly for going into that phase, but we do have a Sentinel with us. However, it doesn't have a 3-time Sentinel build, which will minimize the damage quite a lot. The entire aim of this strategy is just to take him straight down. So he starts to chain forward like 6 weapons attack with Muramasas, Excaliburs, Zantetsuken, all that, the Shonen Axe, all that jazz. And the damage going on to your party is really quite ridiculous. It's very hard to build up the chain gauge to that time and get him to his stagger point with high HP values, or just not dying as a whole, or just not having your party completely debuffed by the fact that he's haste and he's using stuff like the Shonen and all that, and just debuffing your party all over the place. So this strategy completely circumvents that, it avoids it. It's a very good, solid strategy if you want to put in the time to build up your monsters. So thank you guys for watching this episode of the Final Fantasy XIII 2 post-game show. Tune in for any more DLC in the future, any more strategies, any more this, any more that. Check in the description for a link to all the build guides and whatnot. And stay tuned later on for hopefully the Lightning DLC story content. See you guys around. Thank you guys for watching.